So this should be a super simple, pretty straightforward way that anyone can improve their push-ups. I'm going to talk about some key form things for the push-ups that are probably pretty easily overlooked or can be hidden or masked by, different kinds of posture, different kinds of form. You can make it look like your push-up is good, but you're not really controlling it as much as you should. So I'm going to talk about tension in the full body, really starting with the glutes, at least for me. For me, I have to contract my glutes real hard and then contract the other things after that, but you pretty much want everything flexing together so that when you're going down, it's not like a shaky thing. It's one, like that, easily. You're just pushing one solid thing, no twisting, anything like that. Not maybe for me, maybe one day, but I'm going to talk about the reason that this could be very helpful in just to get better at push-ups is because you have to balance each way. You could twist or rotate. You really have to find your center line, and you really have to get everything engaged to hold you to do that.
Alright, so the first form cue is just breathing, because proper breathing, deep breathing, is going to give you some structure and support around your rib cage, and that's basically what your limbs or your shoulder blades are moving around. This here is a good example. You can see as I breathe, my chest and everything, my back, it all expands and it kind of elongates. So the reason this is important is because it gives my chest some more structure, along with as here I set my glutes real tight, and then afterwards I consider thinking about making sure my legs are tight and my core is tight. So keeping everything together makes one solid piece to move, and it's definitely a key part that if I was doing this loosely, there'd be a lot of lost energy and force. But here again, I set my glutes, set everything up, boom, nice and simple. And here, I'm just making use of the narrow stance, and again, I have to balance myself a lot harder, and it makes all these form cues a lot more important. It's a good way to practice for when you go back to the real thing.
Right, now, how often you want to maybe do these things is there's kind of different ways to look at it. Just a standard 8 to 10 would work, 12, even 15 maybe, depending how easy they are. And you could even bump down to knee push-ups and to get more reps in that way too if you want. You're definitely going to need more rest. You're definitely going to want to rest a couple days if you're doing a total of 30, 40 reps, you know what I mean? If you're really doing 30 or 40 push-ups, broken up into about 10 for each set, you're gonna wanna rest for a couple days after that for sure. Another simple, interesting way is to just do the same thing, all the same form cues, but really instead of going anywhere towards muscle failure, or just really not even trying to get, instead of trying to get all your volume on one day, you could just do a few reps, 3 to 5, probably maybe more like 3 every day for a week or so, maybe 2-3 days in a row, then a break, something like that. But the idea with that is to just get more comfortable and efficient with your push-up form. More efficient, just doing more and more reps. But at some point, the more reps you do, the later ones, your form probably won't be as good because you're tired. So to make sure you're always practicing and getting that mental connection with your perfect form, at least at the beginning, I think it'd be pretty useful to do very few reps, nowhere near failure, but multiple times throughout the day maybe, or every day, something like that. You could do 3 reps in the morning, do a few more later in the afternoon, a few more, one more when you go to sleep. You could do it that way. There's not really any set standard, but the idea of that part is to just get more comfortable and efficient with the push-up form when you're fully rested and you can make use of perfect posture and technique.